and welcome back to another new episode of Weekend on Wheels. And today I'm going to start a new section in my vlog, and this is going to be about DIYs, do it yourself. And there will be a series of different videos that I'm going to pile up. To start with, it's going to be an oil change in my bike, and that's my own bike. I have a Fiero, which is a 18-year-old Fiero. Let's go just try to see and understand how to go about doing your DIY and see if it helps you. Please comment below, and I'm also going to put a couple of links where you can go and buy products which have been put into this bike, in terms of if I'm changing the oil, what is the kind of solvent that I'm using to clean the oil once it is drained out. So let's start doing the oil change. So things what you need before you start doing the oil change is a tub to drain all the oil. Then there's a T-spinner that you need, a cutting plier. Then this is called Vita Flush. So you mix this with your oil before you drain it out. So it will clean the entire engine. You need a oil filter. So once you change the oil, you need an oil filter. And most important, oil. So I'm using Idemitsu. It's up to you what you use regularly. So feel free to use whatever you want. And a ring spanner. So this is a 1617 number. So just to uh, open the nut which is here in the bottom, drain. I'm sure you can't see it, but then that's there. So first drain out all the oil which is there. So let's mix this Vita Flush into the oil, and let's clean the engine now. So we need to mix this and just start it, and just accelerate it for a while so that it just mixes completely and cleans the entire deficits of whatever carbon and the burnt oil is there. It just goes off. So use this cutting plier just to open your oil filter knob. As you see, there's no viscosity in the oil at all. It's completely burnt, and I have to change it now. So mix this Vita Flush into the engine. So what the solvent does is basically cleans the entire engine, and cleans all the old burnt oil in the engine, so that when you put the new oil, there's no deficit of any of the old oil. So that's what this particular solvent does. So let's start the bike and just run it for a while, so that it mixes very well with the existing old oil. And let's continue doing what we're supposed to do. Just leave it on idling for a while so that it just runs and cleans the entire thing. Let it rest, run for a while, and let it do what it's supposed to do, and we'll come back when it's done. So we are done with the idling, and so we'll just open the nut below and drain all the old oil, and put in the new oil. Select ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಪೇಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಮ್ಯಾಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. You see all the old oil is just draining out. It's just become really liquidy, so it's just cleaning everything which is there inside, all the dirt, all the carbon deposits, everything has been cleansed, and this looks more. Um, so when you see the actual oil, it's more thick. There's a good viscosity to that. This has nothing. It's more like a waterish thing because it's been added with another solvent, cleansed the entire engine, and then drained it out. So it's just draining. So it will take some time just to drain it off. So let's just open the oil filter now. You can see a lot of dripping happening from the oil filter end as well. Because that we've run the engine, there's a lot of oil coming to this phase as well. As you see, that's the old oil filter. This is completely messed up. And that's the brand new which we are going to replace now. So you can see this is the new oil filter. So you'll have to wet it before you put it. So when you say wet it, you'll have to put the new oil. Just ensure it's completely coated before you put it back. So as you can see, I've actually coated the new oil into this. This is to ensure that when you put it back, it's smooth and there's so these papers that you can see which is there in the oil filter needs to be coated well with the new oil. Ensure you put it before you go actually into the oil filter. And ensure you clean the entire residue which is there into the oil filter. Now you see that's all the burnt oil. So you have to ensure it's cleaned before you put it back. So this is the O-ring. Ensure this goes back where it came from. So every time whenever you see such O-rings, ensure you know where it goes, where it's come from. So ensure it is replaced or put it back wherever it goes. So this O-ring belongs to the oil filter. So I'm just going to put this first and then insert the oil filter. And that's the cover of the oil filter. So I'm using an 8 size T-spanner. I'm just going to ensure this is tight and fitted well. So first just go half tight, ensure these are all put perfectly, and then go tightening it one by one equally. So I've ensured it's tightened enough. Don't over tighten it, there are chances of the case getting cracked. So ensure you put enough power there and it's completely taken care. So that's done. You need to know what is the kind of capacity of oil that you would need. So this one needs 1100 ml of oil, so which is 1 liter in another 100 ml. So you need to find out as per your bike how much oil you need. So we've almost done everything. So last thing to do is put this nut back into the bottom of the engine. So ensure you tightened it enough, and once that is done, you're ready to go with the oil. So just clean this screw before you put it back. And one very important thing. So when you do DIY, these are small things which you miss out. So when you tighten this screw which goes under the belly, ensure you hand tighten it and tighten it just enough when you know you're getting that thing. Don't go to over tighten it. It might slip the thread, or if you over tighten it, it might crack the engine as well. So you'll have to be really careful. So I'm stressing this because this is a DIY. I don't want you to guys mess around with your bike at any given point. So I have a funnel like this so that you don't mess around when you put the oil, and then just go slow and steady and just refill it. So like I mentioned, this engine needs 1100 ml of oil. So I've finished with 1000 ml. So I'm going to just pour another 100 ml onto this to ensure it's completely taken care of. That's the new set of 100 ml that I'm going to just pour into it. And then all you have to do is take your knob back and tighten this. Now comes a very important point. A lot of people don't really think about it. How do you dispose your old oil? This is very important, guys. You can't just dispose it right outside your house. It's environmental hazards. So make sure you really take care and take that time, extra bit of time to ensure you dispose it in the right manner. There are a couple of ways you can dispose it. A, put it back into a 1 liter bottle or whatever. Go to your regular mechanic, you can give it to them. And these guys will have their regular people who come, recycle guys who come take it from them on a daily basis, weekly basis, whatever it is. So that's one way you can dispose it. The second way is you go to your petrol pump, again give the same thing to your petrol pump guys saying that it's a used oil, and then they'll dispose it in the best of the manner. I hope you enjoyed watching this DIY, and I'm sure you would want to try this at home. If there's any comments that you want to leave below, please leave your comments below, and I would like to answer those comments. And if there's something that you didn't understand or you want to know more, please feel free. I'm always there to help you. And last but not the least, let's thank the guys who provided me with this such a lovely venue, Monkey Autocraft guy. So that's my friend Shaman. So I just want to thank him for letting me do all these things at his workshop. So it was a busy day. It's made sure I get one of the ramps and help me with giving the space and come out with this video. So I just want to thank him. So Shaman, if you remember, is the same guy from the last video Isuzu, and there's a small mishap which has happened between those videos which I've done. So he broke his arm. Any which way, he's a brave guy. So in spite of all this, he's back up, running and working. So I just want to thank him. Thanks a lot, Shaman. You're welcome. You'll see a lot of DIYs coming out from this venue. So this is the first one to start with, and stay tuned for more.